I, 26M, am reconsidering my relationship with my fiancé, 26F, after she canceled plans last minute and don't think she's bringing any net value add to my life anymore. Advice? My fiancé, 26F, and I, 26M, have been together for 4 years, and we're currently preparing to move into our first apartment together. We don't live together yet, though. One issue I've noticed with her is that she cancels plans last minute for reasons that seem valid to her but not to me. For example, she once canceled plans just a few hours before an event I was really excited about because she had a stressful day at work and just wanted to stay home, eat pizza, and do some self-care. Since I didn't have anyone else to go with, I ended up missing out and felt really disappointed. Times it feels like she's being selfish. Because of this, I've stopped making plans with her as often. Instead, we just hang out at each other's places. However, this weekend I was really looking forward to going to a ramen restaurant that's known for having long wait times. My fiancé suggested we go, and we finalized our plans. I even skipped heavy meals throughout the day so I could fully enjoy the ramen. She knew how much I was looking forward to it. I had also invited a friend, Carla, but she hadn't confirmed yet. Up until an hour before we were supposed to leave, it was assumed that it would just be my fiancé and me. I had also asked another friend, Carla, to join me, but she hadn't confirmed by then, and my fiancé knew that. It was assumed until like an hour before we were supposed to leave that only my fiancé and I would be going. However, my fiancé, like the flake she is, canceled on me an hour before we were supposed to leave because she had a nosebleed. I mean, a nosebleed, seriously? That's your reason for canceling a plan? Again, I get nosebleeds too. It's not a big deal. Everyone has had nosebleeds as a kid too. She said sorry she couldn't go and we can go tomorrow. I was heartbroken and felt so dismissed, like she lacked consideration and respect for me and my time. I had my say too. Just because you don't feel like going out doesn't mean I shouldn't too. I hate that her refusal felt like a decision was made for me. I was festering in my own misery when Carla texted me and said that she can join us both. I was happy about this because I really didn't know who I could go with at this time when she canceled and assumed Carla wouldn't be able to make it as well. So, I told Carla that my fiancé couldn't make it, but I'd love to go with her instead. I figured my life shouldn't stop just because my fiancé cancels. I deserve to have fun too. I ended up going with Carla, and maybe out of a bit of pettiness, I posted an Instagram story with the caption, "Best ramen partner ever." This really upset my fiancé because it probably looked like I was on a date with another woman. Carla is very attractive, and my fiancé has some insecurities, so it didn't help. To be clear, she wasn't just upset about the story. She was upset about the fact that I didn't plan my life around her and went out with another girl alone. I told her that she already knew that Carla could join me and her based off of our original plan. How is it my fault that I went with someone who was actually available to take some time out to hang out with me than my own partner who makes shitty excuses? Like it's clearly not happening for the first time, it's a pattern. I told her off and said that she has no right to be upset, and if she really wants me to not go out with someone else other than her, she needs to step up and show up as a partner and not assume she's the center of my universe. She started apologizing deeply and crying on the phone. However, I told her that I need some time to reconsider our relationship to see if it serves me, because I genuinely feel that I don't need so much disappointment in my life that she's bringing. I flatly told her that right now it doesn't feel like she's bringing any net value add to my life.
Husband judging me for having bad days. My 33F husband, 31M, and I have been married for 3 years, together for 4. We have a 2.5 years old toddler and a 7-month-old baby. We have almost no help with our kids, and both work full-time. He works overnights 5 days per week, and I work 3 days per week, but they're 12-hour shifts, so it's still full-time. Because of our work schedules, we are both burnt out. He's sleeping in the morning and at work in the evening/night. I'm doing a lot of the parenting by myself and nearly all of the household responsibilities. He helps quite a bit given his schedule, but there's a lot of room for improvement. I'm still breastfeeding and getting up through the night in addition to everything I do throughout the day. Our toddler is a toddler and she's exhausting. Some days I lose my patience and I have no one to tap in to take over, so it wears on me. Last night, I was driving us home from a day at an amusement park. He had asked me to drive since he had driven there, and he was giving me directions despite me having the GPS open. His directions were so confusing, yelling here, you exit here, right here. When he meant I should merge into the right line because my exit was coming up in a mile, that I told him to please stop because I was getting confused. He got irritated and just mumbled that he should have just driven. It started a disagreement about his direction-giving skills, how they give me anxiety, what he's yelling about exiting when there's clearly no exit in sight, etc. Somehow this turned into him telling me that I had been in a bad mood all day and can't handle our kids. Yes, I got frustrated chasing my toddler around in 100-degree heat all day dealing with multiple tantrums. So did he, but he said that was different because he wasn't frustrated all day, when he was sleeping all morning and I was taking the kids along with me everywhere I went. He basically told me I can't handle our kids, which then means he's stressed because he now feels like he can't rest and needs to step in to help. And I'm the problem, in so many words. It made me feel like I can't vent to him or ask for help because he's judging me for being stressed out. I'm curious how most people's experience with this type of situation is. Does your spouse judge you and get frustrated with you when you get overwhelmed by parenthood? I'm usually very good at handling stress, and I don't require a lot of hand-holding or coddling, but being a toddler mom and doing it pretty much alone while also dealing with all of life's other stressors is a lot. And I can't help but feel that it would be easier to cope if I felt safe to show my weaker moments to my husband. Am I expecting too much from him? TLDR, husband took an argument as an opportunity to bring up an issue with my ability to handle the stress of raising our toddler and baby, which I do pretty much solo 80% of the time. He made me feel bad for having a rough day and didn't think I should be allowed to be frustrated because it then stresses him out. Is this normal? How much support do you get from your spouse?
My 32M fiancé 30F wants to close our open relationship now that I'm interested in someone. My 32M fiancé 30F does not like intimate touch except sex anymore. We've been together for 7 years and have 2 kids together. She claims she only did it at the beginning because I liked it, holding her, kissing, hugging, literally almost any kind of touch except sex. She claims making out and all that is stuff that teenagers do and I need to grow up. We had an open relationship because she had a high sex drive and I didn't. She had 2 guy friends who she would sleep with, claiming she just enjoyed it with them, but I was the only one who could make her finish. Recently there's a woman who has woken up a part of me I felt was gone. We were talking and she knows about the open relationship. I brought it up to my fiancé and it was pandemonium. That I might as well leave her because she obviously is not enough and stuff. The thing is, I don't want sex with this new person in my life. I just want to date her and do the things I feel are normal in a relationship. And yes, I know that feeling will probably form. Main reason I haven't really tried to find someone in the relationship till now. Any advice is welcome.
I am 25F, upset because my boyfriend, 22M, spent my money without my consent. I went to dinner with my boyfriend and 3 of his friends. The total was $435. We were going to split it, but no one had the full amount except me, so we agreed that I would pay for myself and my boyfriend, and his friends would Venmo him the rest, $261, so he could send it to me once he transferred to his bank. This was on Thursday. He hadn't sent me anything, so today I asked him, "Hey, can you send me the money that your friend sent you since I covered the bill?" He opened his bank app and told me he didn't have enough anymore. I got upset because he could have sent it to me when he transferred from Venmo to his bank. His friends are visiting, and he's been buying them tons of drinks, but it was with my money, and I didn't even know. I thought it was so inconsiderate of him, and I got upset because he didn't do it and wouldn't have said anything if I hadn't asked. He got nervous and said that he didn't forget to send it back to me. He just spent the money because he thought he had more. I was speaking very calmly, telling him that I was upset, and he started opening his wallet to check if he had cash. He then said he would send the $30 he had on his card now, but I told him he didn't have to, that he could send it when he had it. He doesn't understand that I feel disrespected because he didn't send me my money, which I had paid for his friends. His friends paid him back, so he could pay me, but he chose to spend it on drinks for himself and them. Big thanks to everyone who watched to the end. I really appreciate the support. And please hit the subscribe button.